Okay, so add user we have explained in the previous part 1. Now part 2 video I'll be explaining you. Delete user is just simple. You enter the particular username which you want to delete and just click onto the delete button, so that particular user will be deleted. Change password, simple. You have to enter that particular user's name, old password, new password confirmation, and OK button. So user password will be changed. Now user list, you can see the list of the user which are generated. This is system generated user. So once you generate a new user, automatically one by one new user will be added out to them. So 0, 1, that means user level 1, supervisor level 0, 1, 2, admin level 0, 1, 2, 3. So in this way you can identify what is the level of that particular user. So now coming to system configuration. So just if you want to change the date and time, you can, here is the date, day, month, year, hour, minute, second. You can change the date and time. So this is alarm buzzer. If you don't want this beep sound which is coming out here, so whenever I am clicking, so you can hear that beep sound. If you don't want, you can just turn it off. Maybe any disturbance if they want. This is the brightness. If you want to reduce or increase the brightness of the HMI, you can just simply, you can see the brightness is getting up and down. Okay. And here is automatic printer. As I mentioned, if you are connecting a printer, so we have 3 options: print per day, online print. Online print means whenever data is getting locked, that particular data will be keep on printing. Print per day means after 24 hours, whatever data last 24 hours is generated into the HMI, a bunch of data automatically will be printed out there. So it won't print every logs after 24 hours, like around night 12 am. Once the date gets changed, at that time it will print the header, it will print the data and the footer. So you can get a proper per day report in that case if you want. So disable means that will be disabled. So in configure you can enter the company name. So these are basically data which will be fed into your header: company name, equipment, manufacturer, equipment ID, temperature range, humidity range, and the serial or model number of that particular system. So if you enter this, your printed data header will be selected according to what data you have entered. And here's the IP address is very important. So whenever if you are using 21 and CFR software, our software, so whenever if I ask you to change the IP address so that your system, our HMI get connected with to the respective network, so you can change the IP address, subnet mask and gateway. So with respect to 21 CFR based system, I'll make another video. So this is very important. Just have to note how to change the IP address of the HMI. Okay. Going back, RH configuration. So it's very simple. You have to manually you can select if you want to run boiler tank 1 or boiler tank 2. So set SG1, set SG2. Even in case if SG1 gets faulty, here you will get a message: repair SG1. If suppose second number boiler is faulty mode, here you will get an option repair SG2. So you can simply set according to. Now SG1 is okay, SG2 is okay. In that case, if it is faulty, it will show that you have to repair SG number 1 or SG number 2, so on. And same for the compressor configuration, same. Here it is showing the running hours, how many hours this particular compressor has been running. So you can see out there now it is showing how many hours that particular compressor has been running. Second, set compressor 1, set compressor 2. Similarly, how we were using in the SG heater, similar way you can set manually if you want to run first compressor or second number, manually you can change. So similarly down you can see compressor 1 okay, compressor 2 is okay. So if at all any problem is there in the system, maybe compressor 1 is faulty, so you will get a message repair compressor 1, and that time you have to repair the compressor and restart your system. Compressor auto swap delay. Suppose you enable this and now you have to enter the value. Suppose for example 24 hours. Okay. So after every 24 hours, suppose if first compressor is running, then it will switch out to the second. If second is running, it will switch out to first, and this will be vice versa. It will be keep on working in every 24 hours. Clear time means it will just clear this running hours of the compressor. This is clear time. Scanner, so it will just view the scanner data. So now I have not connected in sensor, so it is just showing a 0. If you are connecting a sensor, you can see the scanner reading. So here SMS alert system, if you are using SMS alert, so you can simply enter the number, 10-digit number, and note Geo kind of SIM will not work, only GSM SIM will work. Okay, so you can enter the number, 5 number option is there. So you can active call. Active means that particular number, if you don't want to get SMS, you can deactive. So if you click on the active and if you click on the call, so he will receive call as well as SMS. If you don't want to receive call, only SMS, then just click onto this active button. And then here is the equipment ID. So whatever ID you are entering, so based on message format, first the equipment ID, and suppose temperature high, and you are, and at that particular time what was the temperature and humidity, and then date. This is the format of our SMS that you can get it out from us. Then activate or deactivate, same is the button to activate or deactivate. Update means whenever you change anything out here, so you have to click just update. You have to click on the update button so that it will get updated into our database of the HMI. Okay, so this was the overall view of the setting. And then from home screen you can simply access to the trend, so you will get a graph out there. So now we don't have data, so you can see a proper, so you can see that graph in the 0 position. If we have a data proper, we would have seen graph in the respective temperature and plotting XY and Y axis coordinate. So alarm mute means in case our alarm is getting generated and you don't want to buzzer to get mute, you can just simply mute the alarm. And then acknowledge, so you can click on the acknowledge, and there are multiple options. So acknowledge high temperature, acknowledge low temperature, acknowledge humidity high and low, same compressor faulty, ventilator faulty, or master reset. Okay, and light means chamber light. You can see lamp has turned on. So manually, if you want to see turn on and off the lamp, you can just turn it on. If you open the door and your door sensor is connected, automatically light will also turn on. And this is another option. If you are using a glass door, you want to turn on the light and turn off the light, you can just simply turn. And if you are using the door access system, so you have an option whenever you are accessing the door for placing a new sample, removing a sample, for a maintenance and cleaning purpose. You just simply click onto that, so door magnet will get de-energized. Okay, so one thing I wanted to, sensor configuration. So once as I mentioned temperature and humidity. If RTT is selected, you don't have to do any changes in the config page, but whenever humidity is selected, so this is 0 to 10 volt, you go to config. Now RH maximum range, so 100%. So this depends upon what sensor you are using. Suppose you are using a sensor which has 0 to 100% based on 0 to 10 volt, so you just have to enter this max range, minimum range, max count. And similarly for temperature, you have to enter the max range, minimum range, and max counts. Okay, suppose if I use 3.3 volt sensor, 0 to 3.3 volt, in that case this is okay, but max counts, you can see max count should be 2640. This is the reading you have to enter for 3.3 volt. Suppose if you are using 1 volt sensor, 0 to 1 volt, you have to enter same 1000 out there. So this reading you can call me up, so I can explain based on what sensor you are using. I'll give you that particular counts value, you just have to enter. So you can call me out for that. Okay, thank you.